Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about Teresa Guidice gets verbally degraded by Joe, plus Jennifer Aydin's husband gets backlash, plus a quick recap review of last night's episode. Well, it's official, people. It is official. After last night's episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, it's my favorite one in the franchise. Just point blank, period. I'm really liking this. They give me enough drama that I'm not bored, and then they really tackle some serious issues in their everyday life. I mean, it's just not all this mindless arguing and practically bashing each other over the head every damn episode. No, it's balance. That's what I'm really liking about it. I'm loving The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Point blank, period. And I don't need an excuse for it, okay? I just like it because I like it. But it was really good last night. Why don't we go ahead and tackle Teresa first, okay? Because I had said in my previous video that I was really shocked that when I heard that behind the scenes how Joe treated Teresa, and someone said in the comment section, I don't know why you're shocked. He called her the C word on camera. No, the B word. He says that's my B of a wife. And so it was all over the face, dummy. It was all written all over. How come you didn't pick up on it, dummy? Basically is what the person said in the comment section. But I really didn't. I didn't think it was that bad. And watching last night's episode, last episode I thought, God, he's really degrading her. But this episode is even worse than last episode. It is so sad to watch. And let me defend myself, first of all. Self-esteem is something that people could hide really well. I mean, it takes a really, by the time you notice someone's self-esteem, like it's really bad. If you notice, like, oh, that person has low self-esteem, it's really bad. People they get good at hiding it. Or I'm dumb, one or the other. I might be dumb. But I didn't realize how low Teresa's self-esteem was. So in this episode, Joe straight out tells her that he doesn't have any feelings for her anymore. And that, she can go out and see someone else and he wouldn't care. It's not even funny. It's funny as in, I cannot believe he said that kind of funny. Like, what? Huh? What? That shows no kind of respect whatsoever. I mean, and you could just see she has this like blank look on her face. Like, and she had to have a conversation with her brother, and he was like, listen, he's not supposed to be treating you like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and admit something to you. I never liked you guys' relationship in the first place. I mean, he just told her the truth, which is what she needed. I'm really glad that they're showing this storyline because there are a lot of women that are stuck in verbally, I can't say the other word, verbally degraded relationships where it just works on your psyche. They just keep at you, want to keep you down. And so by them showing storylines like this, if you're that woman, maybe you could look at someone else's situation and realize, I gotta go. Those relationships will do nothing but tear you down. But we all know in real time that Teresa has moved on and this relationship is not going to get back together. Thank goodness, okay? Because they don't need to be a couple. But Teresa gave an interview yesterday to E! News and they asked, how's everything going between you and Joe? And she said, things are going good. She said, the interviewer said, how did you feel about seeing him with a picture full of women in Mexico? And she said, I was okay with it. And she said, what about your girls? And she said, the girls were okay with it because I'm okay with it. She said that she really tries hard to make it seem like it's okay, everything's okay, and try to really co-parent with Joe so they don't add stress to their daughters. Those daughters have been through enough, okay? First their mom was in prison and then their dad and now he's kicked out the country. They have really been through a lot. Teresa said she wants a calm environment. She said if he finds a significant other, she wants to be able to go and hang out with them, both of them. And so that's good news to me. That means that she is truly over Joe. And she needs to be, because no one needs to be verbally degraded. I'll just say it that way. I almost said the word. It's a good thing that this is over, and I would say probably in a couple months she'll probably come out with her new boyfriend. I cannot remember his name, but she has a new boyfriend anyway, so good for her. Now let's talk about Jackie. Okay, so last week she was talking to us about her eating disorder. She pretty much did the same thing this week, but this week she added to it. She was having a conversation with her father. Come to find out, he has issues with food, okay? He has a lap band. Is it called a lap band? And he was saying that he's paranoid to gain 5 pounds. And she said her whole life she would watch him yo-yo, go up and down. And I had never met anyone with an eating disorder, but it's pretty much safe to say, I don't know if this is true or not. You guys let me know in the comment section. I didn't realize eating disorders could be generational, which means you could just keep passing it down. I didn't realize that. I mean, in my head, it's always like, one person in the house and most likely a female, but I had it all wrong. This is a serious disease. That's why they call it a disease. It's generational. When you're scared to gain 5 pounds, that's my lunch. Like, it's bad. So it was almost like it was a generation curse handed to her. And I feel sorry for them because I'm thinking once you have issues with food, you can get better, but it's always going to be an issue that you have to be aware of at all times. And I like Jackie a lot, and I hate that she's dealing with that. And this is another storyline that I'm glad that they're showing because a lot of people go through eating disorders. So that's very good. Now let's move on. Next, there's Dolores. Dolores' daughter came down to visit her, and I guess she's going to school to be a vet. Now, when the hell did Dolores get a daughter? Like, what? Huh? Who? I've never seen her before. I mean, if you guys have seen her before, let me know in the comment section. I mean, it was like stunning. Just all of a sudden, here's this grown woman saying mom. And I'm like, who the hell is that? But she came down. It was nice to know she had a daughter. She was trying to talk some sense into her mother, saying, something strange with your relationship with David. But of course, Dolores likes to stay in denial. She just, it just goes over her head. She's going to stay in that relationship. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. And if she can't figure it out, why should I? So let's move on. So Jennifer apologizes to Jackie, for calling her cheap. And Jackie says, yeah, you really did ruin the trip. And Jennifer says, I didn't ruin the trip. Margaret did. See how she plays up to the camera? Like, really? Is that really an apology? And no, it's not an apology. And Jackie didn't take it as an apology. But this is what I like about Jennifer. Yes, people, I like Jennifer. She is the perfect villain. So much so that she's enjoyable to watch. She's not like Danielle, with real problems. These are manufactured problems, in my opinion, that she puts on for the cameras. Okay? I do not feel like she acts like this in real life at all, even though I heard that she doesn't behind the scenes. I just like her. She is necessary for the show. Every show needs a villain, but I'm thinking she's the best villain in the franchise. I mean, just think about it. All the other villains are really, really hateable, but not Jennifer, in my opinion. That's just what I think. But it gets worse. And it doesn't get worse with Jennifer and Jackie. It gets worse with Jennifer's husband, okay? Because Joe Gorga went up to him and was like, why is your wife always messing with my wife? In so many words, that's what he was saying. And he says, I don't know, I can't control her. And then he says, you know what's wrong with her? You don't give her enough sex. See, he's playing up to the camera. I don't believe that in real life, Joe is dumb enough to say something so mean to someone. I don't believe it. I could be wrong, people. I could be wrong. But it causes Jennifer's husband to storm off. He was pissed. I mean, was it that bad that you had to, run off? Or, was it kind of true? I'm just wondering. It's none of my business, but, I was just curious. And you know what the worst part in all of this is Jennifer's husband is getting backlash because of his wife's behavior. Because he didn't do anything wrong. Okay, Joe? You shouldn't have been talking to the husband. You probably should have been talking to the wife. Or better yet, you probably just should have stayed out of women's business. That's what I would have did. But, not Joe. He has to give his opinion.